Hey, good morning everybody. So today we're going to do a Dutch baby. If you've never heard of a Dutch baby, it's definitely worth doing some time. It's super easy. It's kind of a German pancake. I did one in the oven the other day and it was great. I didn't do a video, but I'll show you a picture of that in this video. But today we're going to do it on the smoker. I always try to do stuff on the smoker when I can. So let's put this together and get it going. So we'll bring you right back. All right, so let's get this mixed up. But you know what? I want to do one thing first. So I'm going to bring you right back because I'm going to go out to the smoker and I'm going to turn it on up at 425 degrees, I believe. And we're going to throw this cast iron skillet in there to get ready. So I'm going to go get that done. I won't bring you out there for that. And we'll get this cast iron skillet on there and we'll let it preheat. So we'll bring you back and we'll mix up the batter. All right, so we're going to get this batter mixed up. I'm going to do a blueberry Dutch baby today. So I've got some blueberries off to the side. We're not going to use those till later. I'll put the measurements in the video description, but I've got some all-purpose flour here. I've got 3 eggs. I've got 2/3 of a cup of milk. I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and this is not kosher salt, it's a fine salt. Just gonna drop that in. And I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. And that's it. So we're just gonna put the lid on this blender and give it a pulse or two. And once it gets smooth, I've got a little flour stuck on the side, so I'll scrape that down. But once it gets smooth, it's ready to go. So we're just waiting for our smoker to heat up to 425. So what I'm going to take out there with me is the batter, the mixed batter, the blueberries, and I'm also going to take some clarified butter, which I clarified the other day. I'm going to do another video on that. It's super simple. And it's great to have in the fridge ready to go. So I'm going to take 3 tablespoons of that out to the smoker as well. So I'm going to get this mixed up thoroughly and then we'll meet you out at the smoker after it heats up. So we'll see you in a few. All right, so we're going to get our Dutch baby on the smoker. I've got the cast iron pan that I'm using in there. It's been preheating along with the smoker, so it's nice and hot. I transferred from the blender to a Pyrex dish just to make sure everything was mixed well. So we're just going to open her up. I've got the cast iron skillet on the opposite side of the heating element on purpose. I just don't want it directly over the firebox. We're going to drop our clarified butter in there. By the way, the first time I did this, I used regular butter. I just was careful not to let it sit too long and burn. There we go. Give this one last stir and we'll put our Dutch baby batter in. Try to getting some bubbling along the sides, which is good. There we go. And I've got my blueberries, which we will just sprinkle in. I'm not sure exactly how many of these I'm going to use. Ah, heck, just use them all here. There we go. We're going to get this lid shut so we don't lose too much temperature and set our timer for 20 minutes to check on it. Probably going to take more like 25 or 30. We'll bring you back. All right, we're 30 minutes in. We're going to take a look here. Have a feeling it's going to be done. Ooh, That looks really good. It didn't get the lift that the one I did before. I sort of wondered if the blueberries would keep that from getting that rising lift. And by the way, that lift does not stick around. It's sort of like a souffle in that regard. It will only stay lifted for a little bit. I'm gonna call this done. It looks really good. I wish it would have lifted, but I knew with the blueberries weighing down that center, you can tell the places without the blueberries, it didn't. It kind of did its lift thing, but it looks great. We're calling it. I'm gonna get this inside. I'll bring the camera and in, and we'll take a bite. All right, so just a little final additions here. I've got some good Kerrygold butter, my favorite butter, and we're just gonna butter this up. Drizzling melted butter. It's a great way to do this. I didn't really feel like melting the butter, so we're just gonna kind of let the heat spread it around and melt it. It smells awesome. We're gonna let this cool for a few minutes. There we go. Next thing we're going to do is we have a little powdered sugar. Going to add just a sprinkle of that. I sort of want to do this with sausage sometime, make it a little more savory. And the other time I did it in the oven, I just did it plain, which is why I got some really good lift on that one I showed earlier. That's good enough there. Oops. Woohoo. All right. So there's our Dutch baby. I'm going to let this cool for a few minutes, and then we'll take a bite real quick, and we'll call this video done. Smoked Dutch baby. All right. We're going to cut into this thing. I've got a wrestling meet to go to, got stuff to do. So let's see how we did. I'm just going to cut out a wedge. So another good thing to add to this is some fresh squeezed lemon juice. I just don't happen to have any lemons, so not going to worry about it. So there we go. I'm not even going to try this on camera. We'll just show you up close. So it's almost like a little slice of pie. Got the crunchiness, got kind of a custard center, and of course those fresh blueberries. I think incorporating some apple into this would be great too. That's really hot still. But wow, that is good. And I'm much more into savory breakfast, but man, this is really good. This is too simple not to try it. By the way, notice no sticking there whatsoever because of that butter. Nicely seasoned pan too. So there's your Dutch baby or German pancake done on the pellet cooker. Turned out great. Give it a try. We'll see you next time at Buckeye Barbecue.